So here we are in the Gauntlet Birds of Prey Sanctuary near Tatton Park. It's pretty very nice actually, and it looks like we're just getting settled for a little lunch. Nice one. So just having a nice cup of tea and some paninis with a bit of salad for lunch. And oh, look at that! Wow, that's amazing. Old wood burning stove in here. Look at that. That's brilliant, and a heat distribution fan. Wow, that is nice. Gauntlet photography competition. So, let's have a look where we are. So we've got some outside seating area here in the cafe inside. And you come through here. And we've got some beautiful little owls. Look at these little beauties. Bye now. Hello. Hello you. Wow. Aren't you beauty?
Should he not be asleep?
No.
He's having a sleep.
Oh, this one looks quite frantic over here. A goshawk.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Oh, you're excitable, aren't you? Yeah. Very nice.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Related to dinosaurs apparently. Not just owls, all birds.
That's a Malaysian wood owl. Over there we've got the tawny. And then European barn owl. And then over here, Chico owl. Yeah. Wow. What have we got here? We've got an American black vulture and a white stork. Oh, look at these. There's another one down there as well. Hello. Hello. Wow. Impressive. Yeah. Flying arena. This one. Do we have to go to the flying arena?
I think at half past. We do it at half past.
Yeah. So this is a turkey vulture. There's a couple in here. They're really well looked after, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look down here.
Very much.
We've got some more vultures. What's this one? An African hooded vulture.
So we'll be taking place out here, it'll be at 12 o'clock. Yes, want to have a seat?
Yeah.
Should we start by 2?
Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.
It's a Brahmini kite. Wow.
Why did we just come here in the first place? They're cool.
Wow. This is like a den.
Yeah, you could ride it that way when you were a kid.
I know.
Apparently there's somebody that escaped in Manchester.
Oh?
Could be anybody.
Oh no.
Yeah, be careful when you're in Manchester and somebody come out.
Oh no.
The police are looking for someone.
Oh no.
Oh. Get a seat, huh?
Right, okay then. What have we got here? We've got afternoon tea with the Eagles.
Not the band.
Afternoon tea with the Eagles. Tea, cake and Eagles. What fun. Ask your entrance or check out our website for information. Alright. So we have a meet and greet here. And this is the Flying Arena entrance here. So look at this here. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh really. This looks exceptional, this. Look at this here. We've got like an aviary over there with these really big birds in. Wow. There's plenty going on there. There's stumps as well. Yeah, let's have a look. Definitely, yeah. Do you want to go to one side or do you want to go in the middle? Is this one here?
Yeah, it must be.
Look at the size of them, Tom.
No, they're huge, aren't they?
Oh.
And take a seat. Thank you very much.
Wow, this is beautiful, eh? Nice round here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a climbing frame or something over there. A climbing frame.
Oh, there.
Yeah.
Oh, over there.
Yeah, like a climbing frame or something, an observation thing. No, big spoon bills on.
Spoon bill?
Oh, like a spoon bill, that.
Yeah, you're probably right.
What do you think?
Ah, I concur with that.
Got like a little pond in front of us here with all vegetation and flowers and trees. There's even a multicoloured bird feeder in there looking like a quail. Aircraft going over.
Feels absolutely throwing it down out here. No, I don't know what is going on today. Hopefully it stays like this. The forecast is meant to be good for the rest of the day. So welcome to our Talk About Vulture Talk. My name is Sam. We'll be joined by my colleague Hannah as well. I do have a little bit of health and safety for you before we do get started. I know some of you are looking at me like, oh, it's so boring. But it is important for the safety of yourselves and the birds we're going to be flying for you. So if you do have any food on you, please make sure it's nice and tucked away. We are going to be eating scavengers, so you don't carry food in your bag, in your hand, in your mouth. They're going to come and steal it from you. So if you just keep food to yourselves, that'd be great. Drinks are absolutely fine, but please keep them either in your hands or on your benches, simply because we are going to be bringing them nice and close here, and I just don't want anybody's drinks getting knocked over, anybody's money wasted, that's all. One of them does like picking up the odd bottle and running off with it, and I can't fly, so I'm not getting your drink back, so yeah, please keep those with yourselves. They are going to be coming lower over your heads at times. We do like to give you quite a close and personal experience. I am actually going to be heading up to the balcony at the back, so they are going to be coming lower over you. If at any point they look like they're going to hit you, they probably are. Please duck out of the way. They expect you to move for them, they're not going to move for you because you're in their territory today. And finally, it's not so much a rule, okay? It's more than a plea. From myself, from the staff team here at Gauntlet, we can't stand miserable faces in the slightest. If you're a naturally miserable person, which I gotta be honest, you come out on a day like today, you are probably the least miserable people on the planet. But when we get miserable people in a Gauntlet, all our birds do is they just sit on these stumps, these perches around the arena, and they just stare at us like, well, what's the point? Why should we work today? But smile, enjoy yourselves, come for a day out. And we are going to have one of our private Eagle Day experiences. We're going to be heading out to the arena to fly these guys, and as I say, I'm going to fly them over your heads. So I will reiterate, please duck, and remember to look forward to it. So we go ahead and introduce to you these are actually two of our American black vultures, kind of a pinnacle of see what you see, and for the most part, you absolutely guess the species name right. You find them in America, they are predominantly black in coloration, and they're a vulture. It's not exactly the most creative thing on the planet. No creativity points were awarded here. But vultures are kind of a victim, right? People always think they're ugly, they're unhygienic, all these horrible things that really couldn't be further from the truth. Vultures are predatory animal. Any carnivore will scavenge at some point during its life. Just to give you an example, you get lions out in Africa. Statistically speaking, they only hunt successfully about 30 times a year. The rest of the time they're feeding, they're just scavenging alongside things like vultures. It's really, really cool, really important. So all these animals will scavenge, all these animals will clean up all these carcasses, but they can't do just as much as the vulture does. So much so that the vulture actually earns itself a key name. We call it a low redundancy species. It's a fancy name. But all it means is that if you typhoid, Ebola, anthrax, rabies, E. coli, all these natural diseases that, let's face it, could kill people in a matter of weeks. These guys can digest and kill off like it's a Monday morning breakfast. Doesn't fail in the slightest. I find it absolutely crazy that they could have typhoid for breakfast, Ebola for lunch, and then just be finishing the day with a nice baby coli.
Tommy's favourite food.
Completely bonkers to me. But it's really incredible, and it makes these guys really important. And I don't want you to kind of just take my word for that, okay? So I want to give you an example. It's about 20 years ago now, well, probably closer to 30 years now, we had a massive, massive problem in Asia. We were losing vultures in hundreds, we were losing vultures in thousands, and for the most part, nobody could actually figure out why. Why on earth were we losing these vultures? And when I say we were losing loads and loads of vultures, in a 5-year time span, we lost 90% of our vulture population. It equates to about 60 million birds in a 5 or 6 year time span. That's just the kind of land animal we've ever seen in human history. And nobody could figure out what was going on. So eventually, a couple of Asian governments decided, you know what, we really got to figure out what's going on here. So they banded together, they funded an American scientist who went out, and basically in a matter of a few months, he actually discovered there was a man-made drug known as diclofenac or diclofenac, depending which variation you prefer. That was the cause of all of these issues, all of these problems. Because even though these vultures can digest and break down all this natural disease, a lot of these man-made drugs, they don't stand a chance. And some of you might be sat there thinking, well, how on earth were they even intaking diclofenac in the first place? Well, it actually comes down to, again, if you've ever heard the term, the vultures get the scraps, well, that's where we get it from. These guys will come down, clean everything else up. The only thing a vulture won't consume really is bones. Bones are pretty much the only thing these guys will leave. So you barely know a carcass has been there, all down to these guys, cleaning up all the meat, cleaning up all the disease, keeping everything nice and happy, everything nice and safe. And it's why a lot of African vultures actually get known as the people's friend as well. If you live in a village in Africa and you've got vultures living around you, the vultures clean up a lot of the waste, a lot of the human waste. They also, for example, if you've got a river that provides your village with a fresh drinking source, if you've got an animal that dies either next to or in that river, the vultures are there to clean it up and make sure you've got no contamination getting into your water. You've retained your fresh water source just because you've got vultures living around you. They really, really are that important to a lot of these ecosystems. Now, back to the poachers. Why did the poachers hate this so much? Well, vultures are actually quite intelligent. Vultures figured out that, okay, if I go and follow a poacher, I'm going to get a free meal at the end of it, right? Because what are poachers there to do? They're going to go out, they're going to poach an animal, think of something like a rhino or an elephant, because their ivory is worth about 10 times the price of gold per gram. There's an insane amount of money in that trade. Or you can think about lions and tigers that get hunted for their bones, again, for the Chinese medicine market. So the poachers will go out, kill an animal, take whatever they want, and then just leave that carcass. So as I say, people always get a bad opinion of them. Hello. They're unhygienic, they don't like them, think they're evil. A lot of it does come down to your filming about the plight of these stunning animals, then you'll have done your job to protect them. Because half the battle is raising awareness. As I say, people simply don't know enough about them and don't know how important they are. So if you tell 500 people that don't already know about these stunning animals,